Welcome back to our quiz show, The Football Pyramid, where we ask two contestants 8 questions of ascending difficulty to see how far they rise up the English football pyramid from the National League at the bottom to the pinnacle, the Champions League champions. Our two contestants today, two returning champions. We've got Patrick Van Straten and Zach Jalab. Welcome aboard, boys. And as you know, you'll each be given 3 lifelines. So you'll be given 50-50, request a clue, and super sub, where you can call a friend for advice on the answer. Get an answer right. As you all know by now, you go up a level of the pyramid, get one wrong, and you drop down a level. Let's see who ends up on top. Zach, our first ever winner of the show. You're back for more. How are you feeling today?
Well, let's hope it goes better than last time. Put it that way. Yeah, last time was a bit shambolic, to be honest. Almost like it was a fluke that I won. Almost.
No. Don't put yourself down like that. Don't put yourself down like that at all. Pato, since you won, our second ever winner, Chris Hamill has also won. Does that slightly detract from the overall winning feeling?
No, because I did it first. And also, I suppose I can comfort myself with the fact that Zach and Hamill both won, but I played a minor part in both
You
triumphs.
You really did.
So, but you know, I'm glad that Zach won first. You know, Hamill gets a bronze medal. That's okay.
Right, Zach, as the slight underdog on your last performance, I'm going to give you the coin toss. So I'm flipping it now. Would you like heads or tails?
Tails, please, Diggy.
It is heads. So Pat, would you like to go first or second?
I'll go first. Why not?
Okay, here we go. Pat, your question at National League level comes in from Felix, and it is, what is the name of Chelsea's stadium? Is it A, the Stadium of Light, B, Goodison Park, C, Carrow Road, or D, Stamford Bridge?
Stamford Bridge. I actually hate the questions at this level because at the top level, it's not embarrassing. Whereas at this level, I'm always just like, something's going to come up and I'm not going to know it. And
one day someone's going to get one wrong, but you got that one right, Pat. Well done.
Thank you.
Zach, your question comes in at the same level from Brandon Ginascoli, regular contributor. And I am working on pronouncing that name properly. I think it's Ginascoli. Anyway, which team does Nicola Pepe play for? A, Arsenal, B, Southampton, C, Napoli, or D, Lille?
My favourite thing is listen to the other answers that Diggy's given to see how creative he's been. Arsenal, mate.
Well, no, it tends to be the player that the person that contributes. So this was Brandon's options. You're going with Arsenal. A, Arsenal, correct. Well done, boys. Both into League 2. No errors so far. Pat, your question comes in from Stephen Trang93, and it's, which nation has won the most World Cups? A, Germany, B, Brazil, C, Argentina, or D, Italy?
It's Brazil.
Brazil, you sure on that?
Sure.
Locking that in. Correct. I was trying to get in your head, but nothing can get in that head today. Cool in the heat. Right, Zach. Your question comes in from Ben.Sansom1. And it's, who was Man City's manager prior to Pep Guardiola? A, Roberto Mancini, B, Sir Alex Ferguson, C, Brian Kidd, or D, Manuel Pellegrini?
I don't even know who the hell was Brian Kidd. D.
I think he was this. I can't give that away.
Brian Kidd used to play for them, and then he was like, do you remember there were all those pictures of like Pep's assistant who was copying his clothes exactly?
Yeah.
That's
him.
That was Brian Kidd.
Copying Pep's or copying Brian's?
No, copying Pep's. He was like wearing the same kit as Pep, and he looked like an absolute tool because Pep's actually a horrible dresser, low-key.
Yeah, but he pulls it off.
Yeah.
Like,
I can imagine him making all his assistants make him wear the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm sorry, Zach. What was your answer?
That's
D, Manuel Pellegrini. Correct. Well done, lads. No errors so far. Faultless.
I would say that one was significantly harder than my one. Like, that's the kind of thing where sometimes you're just like, oh, Jesus Christ, who was it? Like,
fair enough. Well, we'll see whether you have that moment with your question, Pat, at League 1 level from Christopher McGowan. And it's, who is the Republic of Ireland's all-time top goal scorer? A, Steve Staunton, B, Shane Long, C, George Best, or D, Robbie Keane?
Robbie Keane.
D, Robbie Keane. Locking that in?
Yeah.
Well done. Into the championship. We're flying, lads. Your question comes in from Al Gu, Zach, and it's, after Real Madrid, who is second with the most Champions League titles? A, Liverpool, B, Bayern Munich, C, Barcelona, or D, AC Milan? You do have all 3 lifelines, should you need them.
Liverpool is the one that's in my head. Bayern Munich won a few. For safety, you know what? I'll just use a 50-50, Dukes, please, mate.
Okay, your 50-50 is Liverpool or AC Milan.
Oh, you're such a dick.
I'd like to go with Liverpool, please.
You'd like to go with Liverpool?
Yes,
You locking in Liverpool?
Yes, please.
Zach, you were in League One.
Oh, no.
And you got it wrong, I'm afraid. It was AC Milan.
Oh, well, where are they now? They're wank.
We join Pat, though, in the Championship, and his question comes in from Finley Frost. And it's, fans of ADO Den Haag stormed the training ground in February 2020 to confront their manager, who used to work in the Premier League. Who was it? A. Tony Pulis, B. John Carver, C. Joe Kinnear, or D. Alan Pardew?
Pardew was definitely manager. I assume that he was installed before that rather than after it, so I'm going to go for Pardew.
Locking in Pards?
Sure.
Correct. Well done, Pat. Into the Premier League. Good work. Right, I just need to find Zach's question at League 2. I didn't expect we'd be going back here.
Wow.
1 second.
No need for that.
brutal.
You no need for that. Sure.
Zach, your question at League 2 level comes in from TJ Stevens.
Come on, TJ.
And it's, what did Sir Alex Ferguson famously kick at David Beckham whilst at Man United? A. A pizza. B. A water bottle, sorry. C. A football boot. Or D. The FA Cup trophy.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That would be quality. A football boot, Diggs.
You going with football boot? Well done. The recovery is on, Zach. Back into League 1. Congratulations. Pat, your question at Premier League level comes in from Ali Abbasi. And it's, how many goals did Mo Salah score in his record-breaking Premier League campaign for goal scoring? A. 31, B. 32, C. 33, or D. 34?
32, I think.
Locking that in?
Yeah, broke the record by 1, I think. And the record was 31.
Correct. Well
Oh.
done, Pat. Not messing around
Stop playing
today.
with Messi.
Straight into the Europa League. Impressive stuff. Zach, your question at League 1 level comes in from Christopher McGowan.
Okay.
And it's, before this year, how many top flight titles had Liverpool won in their history?
Oh my god.
Hell, Diggy.
I mean, it's been in the press a lot how many they've just won.
You think I read the
You just have to
newspapers?
subtract one. A 15, B 17, C 18, or D 19. And you have request a clue or super sub.
What's the rest of the request a clue is going to be wank, isn't it? It's going to be f***ing shit. I'd like to request a clue.
Okay, the clue is, after insulting the clue, was they were 2 behind the record holders Man United prior to this season.
I don't know how many Man United had. What? Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Oh, I just don't think the questions are falling your way today, Zach.
So you said 15.
He is right though. You can't really give a clue for like numbers. Oh, it's a prime number. Where was this gonna go?
He looks so stressed. I can see his little image.
Or hear him under his breath going like,
Oh,
The football pyramid's getting to him.
maybe it is. Maybe it is quite difficult for Sunderland to get promoted. Jesus. I'd like to go with 17 or 18. It's 17 or 18. 17. Before this.
You're locking that in?
I feel like I've heard the word 19 a lot recently.
yeah, so have I, but I don't know if that's how many they've got now or how many they had before.
Well, that's what I mean. If they've got it would be that now. So then it
Yeah.
would be 18. Okay, 18.
Yeah, it's strangely worded from Christopher McGowan, but I appreciate
no,
it.
I think the wording's fine.
Yeah,
like, we
yeah.
understand.
I'll
it.
go with.
It's just that it's difficult.
I'll go with 18. I'll go with 18 because I've heard a lot of 19.
You're locking in
recently.
18, Zach?
Yeah.
Zach, you were unsure, to put it bluntly.
If it's 17.
Lightly even.
I'm losing my head.
You've locked in 18. And you were right, Zach!
Get
Yes,
in!
done. The comeback is on.
Doubting yourself
You're back
always
You're not
works.
back into the championship. You're in the championship.
Oh,
Congratulations,
Sunderland.
Zach.
Thank you.
Right, Pat. You are in the Europa League and you were on for a second clean sweep, which would be quite annoying, but let's see.
How many questions have I got left?
3.
Holy sh!
Oh,
okay,
go
right,
on,
So
Pat.
I can.
And you've got
I
all
go
3
on, Pat.
lifelines.
Okay, yeah. That's why I asked. I just wanted to plan out my lifeline situation.
But best of luck with this question from Rob underscore
Oh,
dog
my
98. This is a tricky one.
The Rob Dog.
The Rob Dog. It's, which of these American nations was not at the 2014 World Cup? A. Honduras, B. the USA, C. Paraguay, or D. Ecuador?
Did the USA miss out on it? You know. The USA were
They won the CONCACAF the year before, though, didn't they?
but I remember their
Zach, he doesn't need any help.
but you don't get in with CONCACAF, right? I'll use a clue, Dukes.
Okay.
Oh, here we
Your
go.
clue is this team topped their group at the 2010 World Cup, so the edition before.
Well, that's not fucking helpful, is it? I remember Paraguay definitely went through in that World Cup. I don't care anymore. I know that Paraguay ended up losing to Spain in the knockout rounds in the 2010 World Cup because my parents were heavily invested in that game, and so was I because I was born in Spain. My sister was born in Paraguay. So I'm going to say Paraguay.
Lockie and C Paraguay on Rob Dog's question.
I've got to say the clue was sort of, but whatever.
Pato, you needed this to get up to the Champions League, and you got it wrong, I'm afraid. For just the second time on this show, you've got an answer wrong. The correct answer was Ecuador.
Ecuador.
Commiserations. Back down to the Premier League with you,
Wow.
and that leaves the door open for Zach for a little comeback.
Come on.
It is possible, Zach. You could win. You need to get this question right from Robin Watts 96 at championship level, though.
Cool.
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo's infamous wink took place after Rooney was sent off in which game? A, the Euro 2004 quarter-final. B, the World Cup 2006 quarter-final. C, the Euro 2004 semi-final. Or D, the World Cup 2006 second round.
Holy shit.
Well, I was thinking 2008, so that's a shame.
Didn't they
We
not
weren't
go
at
to...
Euro 2008.
Yeah, isn't that the one they didn't
Okay.
go to?
So 2004,
Post Wally and the Brolly.
Ronnie wouldn't have been at 2004. When did he join United? Did he join him in 04?
He joined them like 2003.
It's
I
the
think,
U-
is that right?
it's-
He joined them really
It's
early.
the Euros. It happened in the Euros.
This is brutal.
I'd like to go with the quarter-final Euro 2004, please.
Zach, you were in the championship. Tricky question about Ronaldo. And you were wrong, I'm afraid. It was the World Cup 2006
Was it?
quarter-final.
Oh, whatever.
Pato, your question at Premier League level comes in from Edward Say Naive. And it's who is the highest scoring Dutchman in Premier League history? A. Dennis Bergkamp, B. Robin van Persie, C. Ruud van Nistelrooy, or D. Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank?
Right, well, I don't think it's Bergkamp, and I don't think it's Van Nistelrooy. I think Van Nistelrooy is one of those people who almost got 100 Premier League goals, but didn't quite. So it's Van Persie or Hasselbank, I think. So probably not going to use a 50-50, because I assume you're just going to give me those two. Or are they predetermined, the 50-50s?
They're predetermined, they're written down beforehand.
Interesting.
Do it.
Yeah, give me a 50-50, why not?
Your 50-50 is Robin van Persie or Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank.
Great. You know it. Oh.
Okay. Van Persie was in the league a lot longer. And even just in his last 3 seasons, well, not his last 3 seasons, but between 2010-11, 11-12, 12-13, he got I think he got 75 in those 3 years alone. But
Yes,
Jimmy Floyd was a monster. Something is telling me Jimmy Floyd, but Van Persie. Let's just say Van Persie. Why not?
Locking in Van Persie?
Yeah, sure.
Patty, you weren't quite sure. After a bit of deliberation, you go with Van Persie, and you were correct!
Hey.
Back into the Europa League. You could finish in the Champions League. You've got one question remaining. Zach has 2. Zach, in League 1.
Sir.
Which club did Spurs... Sorry, this question comes in from Bairdy _. Which club did Spurs sign Lo Celso from? A. PSG, B. Real Betis, C. Sevilla, or D. Saint-Etienne? Saint-Etienne.
Pretty sure it's Real Betis. Yes, Real Betis.
Locking that in?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate the sir. Zach, you were in League 1, and you were right. You're losing your confidence. You didn't seem quite sure. But
Well, I
yeah,
was
you're
like,
back into the Championship. You
Did
could finish
PSG buy him?
in the Prem. Yeah, PSG sold him to Real Betis, and he was only there briefly. Right, Pat, your final question comes in from David Sedlak-Zek. David Sadlak-Zek. Name the last 4 Bundesliga winners. A. Bayern, Dortmund, Frankfurt, Bremen. B. Bayern, Dortmund, Wolfsburg, Stuttgart. C.
God.
Dortmund, Bayern, Stuttgart, Wolfsburg. Or D. Bayern, Dortmund, Wolfsburg, Bremen.
Okay, so it's B or D, because obviously Bayern and Dortmund, the most recent, and then Wolfsburg before them. So my question is whether it's Stuttgart or Bremen before Wolfsburg, right?
According to your logic.
Yeah, B and D.
You got cooler friends.
Who the is going to know this? I
Sure,
mean, it's the
you're-
kind of
on
thing...
holiday.
Yeah, and McCubbin is the guy, right? McCubbin's the
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
who would have this obscure knowledge stored up. I don't know. For some reason, my heart's saying Stuttgart. I don't really want to ring anyone because it's a ball ache, and I think they're going to be really unhelpful. So I think I'll just go... It was B, right? That was just like Bayern,
Dortmund, Wolfsburg, Stuttgart.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Pat, you were in the Europa League. You've gone with B, which finished with Stuttgart. And you've wrapped up the show in style. Well done, Pat. You finished in the Champions League.
Well done.
Congratulations. Let's see where Zach ends up. Zach, your question in the Championship comes in from anonymous Juve fan. And it's Real Madrid beat Atletico Madrid 4-1 in the Champions League final in 2014. But who scored Atleti's goal? A. Diego Godin, B. Coque, C. Diego Costa, or D. Gabby?
I know this one. It is Godin.
Okay, I wasn't sure you knew that for a second, but you've gone with Godin. A. Diego Godin, locking that in.
Yes, sir.
And Zach, we finished on a good note in both fronts. You finished up in the Premier League. Strong recovery, having,
Get in.
oscillated throughout the show. Zach, are you pleased with that? Could have been a lot worse at that point.
Could have been a lot worse. It could have been a lot worse. I think that's better than my last performance. I think, maybe. But yeah, no, yeah. When you're against Pat, you're never going to really win, to be honest. I also feel like you're just against yourself on this show. I don't feel like I'm playing the other person. I'm just against myself.
Well, you'll always be the first winner, Zach, as well. So you're always a winner in my eyes. Pat,
Indeed.
you got one question wrong, which was a bit of a surprise. But will that keep you up at night along with the heat?
Yeah, I'm not sleeping anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I did that on the first time I was on the show, right? I got a question wrong.
Yeah,
So,
you've got 2 wrong in 3 shows, I think.
Look, I'm extremely invested, obviously, but I'm fine with it.
Perfect. Well, guys, thank you very much for watching the Football Pyramid for another week. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do want to get involved with the show, remember to DM me your questions on Twitter and Instagram, and get in the comments below about who you want to see on next week's show as well. Pat, what was the podcast this week?
When is this going out, Dukes?
This is going out on Saturday.
Okay, so the most recent podcast is going to be a little bit outdated by now, but it's basically talk about the Champions League round of 16 and a look ahead at the quarterfinals. So 3 of those will have happened by now, so you'll know how stupid we look. We made some pretty punchy predictions, didn't we? And
we did.
we also had a little bit of a chat as well about Pirlo to Juventus. So there's a tiny bit of evergreen content in there.
Absolutely. Zach, is there anything you'd like to push to, rather?
Why not go onto your mobile phones, download Snapchat, and watch the Football Daily Snapchat stories. We bring you daily stories about transfers, contract situations, and the world of football.
Absolutely. Go check that out. Go check out all our 3 channels and show them some love even. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.